wanted to shop like Michael Jackson. You remember like
that? Two of those.
Like, no,
19 of those.
No, Michael Jackson didn't look. No, he didn't look. He goes, yeah, can I get 2 of those? Yeah.
Yeah. And he was walking with the reporter.
Yeah,
Let me get that.
Martin Bashir.
I'll buy the wall.
Right there.
I'll get that.
Is this Picasso? Is this Picasso?
Yeah. That was great. Yeah, he was just like, Michael, what you do? He's like, those are beautiful.
He said, Michael, this is $50,000. Michael's just like, I'm not.
Let me get that. Let me get 2 of those.
He's like, don't I have one of these? I have one of these right here. I wanted to say, Nikkei, I have one of these, don't I? I wanted to try.
Give me that one.
I don't have Michael Jackson money, so I couldn't shop like that. So I took one, and my wife said, what about this one?
Yeah.
I said, babe, now come on, this kid's got to go to college now.
Because we were used to growing up we had African art, but it was like always the masks and the basic, but to see like, you don't think about, when you think about Picasso and Monet and Cezanne and all those other artists and Dali, and when you're used to going to art museums, they never put African people as artists. And we're some of the first artists, period. And even you look at Picasso started Cubism in Africa. That's where he started making masks, because he went to Africa and started copying the African artists through Cubism. He calls it Cubism. He was in a period of Cubism, and as Picasso was doing African, because a lot of artists copy African stuff, but the Africans don't get pushed because the art world is a little bit, they're a little separatist there, and there's some Africans murdering the game on levels. Man,
no. I
follow them and I keep in touch with some of them. I'm trying to get them on our show. There's one guy, he does these big metal sculptures.
The metal sculptures are amazing.
With the blowtorch. Yes. And their big faces.
Bro,
I keep in touch. Bro, I need to see him. I want him to come here. It's unbelievable. And we go look, I forgot his name. If you can find him,
get my phone.
Listen, and we can show footage of it while we're talking right now. And there's the dude who painted the Obamas, that guy too. Yep. He painted, remember the ones where they're sitting? There's so many of them that do these there's these African artists that paint the pictures of like, people crying or with the water, when they have water on their faces, and they paint the water, a person with water dripping on, and it looks like an actual photo. There's so many African artists that need to be exposed. And it's coming, it's slowly coming. And they're like, when I tell you it's super, super art, you know how you go to a contemporary art museum and it's bull. I mean, some of this contemporary art be making my itch. I be like this. Like, can I get that water bottle right there? Let me get a water bottle. This is contemporary art museums. It'd be just this with a rope around it. You'd be like, what the hell is this? This artist is from Japan, and you see, the art is inside the water, but no one can see it. It's molecular art.
Get the hell out of here.
I paid $35 to come and see a bottle of water.
I will tell you, speaking of bottles, my wife and I saw a piece of work. It was the most incredible art you will ever see.
Okay.
Took all of the trash that you'll see just kind of scattered around.
Right. And then built it into this beautiful artwork. And you're going, I would totally put that in my office. See, that is that's art. Yeah. I'm not, listen, art, people could say art is subjective, but then there's art that's just dumb. You know what I mean? I love when people go, subjectivity. This water bottle and this rope is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I want art where you work, you work it from something, sculptors and pottery. I need, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, it's when they do comedy, they go, but it's subject. No, there's just comics, my friend. They're just terrible comedians. And there's comedians that are funny, have different styles, but there's just comics too. I hate that subjectivity for mediocrity. That's bad. That's amazing.
All
garbage.
No.
Trash and stuff like that. Different scraps. That's amazing.
Scrap metal and turned it into
a butterfly. It's beautiful.
How do I get this?
That's amazing.
I mean, it was the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
And a lot of these African artists need to be exposed. They need to be, and it's coming around.
I met one, Rotimi Akinre, and we were at a coffee shop, my wife and I, and we were going, oh my goodness, look at this artwork. I was like, I need to meet this person.
Yeah.
I ended up meeting him, and I was just like, this is amazing. Yeah. But like the work that is done, and I'm like, I didn't even know I even had the ability to do that. I'm like, yo, man, who painted this?
Yeah.
Get this person on the phone right now.
The levels are insane, and there are a lot of unknown ones that are just like making their way. And I have friends.
Go look up Rotimi Akinre.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
I have a friend, Jérôme Lagarrigue.
Yeah.
He's a French black dude. He's been painting for a long time. He's finally getting his recognition. He used to paint big pictures of boxers. That was his thing. And I bought one of his paintings for like $700, like when he was first starting. It was 2 boxers like duck, and it's like a dope. And I said, I want to buy that. He goes, oh, that's whack. I go, to me, I can't do that. And I bought it. I said, let me just get it. I want to buy it. I want to patronize you. And this was 2000.
How much is it worth now?
I don't know yet, because he's like, he's doing really well now. And I was around him when he was still struggling, because there was some racism and a lot of these art, you know, he's still, he was going through that. You're black. It never stops. But he's coming into his own, and I go, I bought one of your first paintings. He goes, I know. So who knows? It's in storage, but it's too, I'm going to look, but he's another guy that I see a guy like him, and I always wonder, are these African artists going through the same thing? You know what I mean? Because they're doing.
Trying to find it's a great discussion in being able to bring out African artists.
I would love to do that
and have it on the show so we get to hear their story. Because to see 5 or 6 floors, I mean, bro, like when I say 5, 6 floors, story high of all this beautiful. I mean, it's got to be $1 billion worth of art.
Yeah, it's sick, man.
It's just phenomenal work stuff. So that was cool. That was cool to be able to see that. So today we're getting ready to go to a new state. So we're in Lagos State. Now we're getting ready to go to Ogun State. There are 36 states in Nigeria. I just learned that. And we're getting ready to go see Olumo Rock. It's not been there. I'm just now finding out that we got to take a hike. So I got to switch out my shoes because this ain't gonna work. My kids have no idea that they're about to do some like real hiking. So this is gonna be interesting because we're not dressed for it. And I think with the drive, the kids will get to see a little bit more of Nigeria. The whole plan is for them just to see as much of Nigeria as they can. We took this amazing drive and I was learning more about Nigeria. It's like this constant thing of learning the different states. And so I'd only obviously ever been to Abuja and Lagos. So we traveled to Ogun State rather, and went to Abeokuta. And my grandfather, I believe, my great-grandfather or grandfather, that's where they started from before they came to Lagos. And, we went to this Olumo Rock, which is this national park where you can see the history of kind of the people who started there. Yeah. And they used this rock during, war to hide, and people hid behind this rock. And it was just this massive, I mean, it's a beautiful park, by the way, but it's got a lot of history to it. And, my kids didn't necessarily care for it because they were still trying to understand the English through the Nigerian accent. But it was so hot, and it was this massive climb to take these long stairs. You guys must have been miserable. Oh, there's this like heat climbing. I can't quite understand what's being said. So I was trying to. They're just sitting there like, Can we go back to the car? And it was a long drive.
But it was African stuff is never easy. It's always long. Yeah. Always like, especially in Nigeria, like, where are we going? Oh, hell. But you have to go through it. You think about the people that lived there that had to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, yo, I ain't complaining about nothing. Yeah. Yo, it's finally here. Yes. We are dropping our lifestyle merch. 154 is here. It's hot. Come get it. Bam. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home.